took my brother and the cancer took my daddy. That's a big empty space, but I'm still smiling happy. I'm evading poverty a couple times, it could've trapped me. $500,000 in the duffel till my little brothers match. The cops took my brother and the cancer took my daddy. That's a big empty space, but I'm still smiling happy. I'm evading poverty a couple times, it could've trapped me. $500,000 in the duffel till my little brothers match me. Niggas want a bucket crash, got no common sense. I've been smiling through the trauma, know this drama intense. I got tired of ducking crash, jumping mama fence. Could've been a superstar running back like Lynch. True religion, Farragamo, filthy in the trench. Money bags, popping tags, all at my expense. For a business, 2 Beamers balling through your rent. Ace got the fish bowl, Poppy got the tent. You got ink on your body, but you never spent. I was praying for my daddy, hope he heaven sent. Pay a lawyer for my brother, there's no evidence. How the fuck Donald Trump became the president? It be the law and elevation, sacrifice the geese. I know these niggas go against me cause I'm pressing peace. Sometimes I wanna catch a body temper on the lease. Y'all the ones that's really switching, acting like it's me. The cops took my brother and the cancer took my daddy. That's
But let's get back to this content.
And this is the drug game. This is how it's played out. But this is also what turned Nick into a snitch and a hater. He made statements to Samantha Madsen and said that he didn't like how flamboyant Ant Jefe was. He said he was too arrogant. And he even made statements saying that he was contemplating robbing Ant Jefe, to where Ant Jefe said, people get killed like that. Now, nothing ended up happening to Nick DeCaro, but he's also somebody that's a rat in this case. Not a confidential source, but like I said, there was many confidential sources, at least 9 in Washington alone, plus the ones in LAPD, and then a grip of people and some names that y'all may be surprised about took the stand and testified against the ones that took this situation to trial. We gonna get to it. Now on these wiretaps, like I said, this went on from August all the way to December of 2012. A lot of communications were had, especially between Schoolgirl, who also goes by the name of Star in Washington, and Ant Jefe, where it said they spoke about a vehicle that a dude named Brandon Warner had purchased. Young Ant Jefe was seen in this vehicle. Guess what? Brandon Warner was also a snitch. He was also playing the role of a confidential informant, and the whole case was really in the bag with all these people cooperating. And there started to be a lot more cash seizures and confirmed airline travel. In March 2012, Big Rowdy was caught with a measly $1,400, but it was noted. Also in March 2012, one of their female runners, Treasure Brown, was stopped with an unknown amount of $1,000 bundles. In June 2012, Mercedes Reeves, who was one of Schoolboy's females that he was smacking, was caught with $28,000. August 2012, Portia Marcus, who also went by Flasha or Sasha, was caught with $73,000 in a sneak peek. Now this was not seized. This is one of them sneak peeks where they looked in her suitcase, found 73 racks, and let it go. But a situation with Erica Woods after this, in September 2012, they caught Erica Woods boarding a flight, and the DEA, as well as them other detectives, had kind of settled on a number that they was gonna let pass. They was gonna let her take a set amount of money up to Washington. They opened the bag up, they find $107,000.
Okay, on this part right here, you said I want to set something straight even though it don't matter, but they got like, they misdirected people cash and stuff like that, and being that I took 10 years for this cash, we got to set the record straight. So, during this time, this is where they were stopping a lot of people in the airport and taking cash. And sometimes they was doing sneak peeks and letting people get past. This was part of them collecting their evidence and intelligence and things like that. So, you know, they taking money, confiscating money, you know what I'm saying, if it's over 10,000, you know what I'm saying. Some people was getting their money took even if it wasn't 10,000. Like they say they took 7,000 from somebody. That would never happen. Like, what are you doing, dude? I ain't got 10 on me. You tripping. So, anyhow, Erica, you know who you is if you ever see this or watching this, or whoever baby mama she is or mother she is. Erica, TIP Tiny Sody. This was his chick at the time. So, you know, I'm in the trap with Tiny Sody at this time, you feel me? And Erica had came out there and she was at the house. And Erica had came out there because she was coming to pick some money up and as well as bring some pills. So I look like she struck a deal with these people, but however, she came out there to get the money. The money was 107. And I thought it was more than that, but I know some of that money was mine. You know what I'm saying? That was me and TS when we was in the trap. That's when I was out there in the trap with TS. Bam, you know what I'm saying? So I think like 50 and like 57 and like 57 was his, was bro shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember when that money got took down, bro, it was a blooper. But bro, like, look, don't even trip. We gonna get that shit back. I'm like, bet. So she come out there, she collect the money, boom. Supposed to be taking the shit back to LA. When she's supposed to be taking it back to LA, her thirsty ass steal some pills. We in the trap, we got so many pills, we don't even know she steal some pills because, matter of fact, she was coming to drop some pills off and take the money back. Her ass steal some of the pills. So when she going back, TSA stop her. When they stop her, bam, she gets spooked. She tell them like, look, I got some money, I ain't gonna lie. Ooh, they pull her in the room, start talking to her, interrogating her. You know, she told them when she told them, they look, see, like, ooh, this a bag. 107,000 counted out to 107 racks. So boom, they was gonna have her start working for her. Like, look, all right, look, we gonna let you get on with this and like sneak peek type situation, but look, this is what we need you to do. Furthermore, hook you in. So she was with it until they furthermore searched through the rest of her luggage and found the pills that she stole from us. And that's when they was like, oh no, we gotta put this all in the bag and report this. But they tied this 107,000 to Big Rowdy, which is Young Diamond, and this 107,000 the situation had nothing to do with bro at all. Let's get back to the content.
But the whole game changed. She also had pills. They said they couldn't let the pills go, so they ended up confiscating the whole situation, and that paper was supposed to touch Big Rowdy's hands. So at this point, everybody tried to get everything back together to make up for that, and this is when they decided that it was probably best to start catching the dog, the Greyhound, instead of going on these flights. But the police, at this point, it's September 2012, everything is already cracking. Everything's full-fledged, blown out of proportion. The next month, October 2012, they catch Tiny Sody with 7 racks. So all together, all the seizures that they made in their whole investigation totaled about $930,000. They ended up coming up with almost $1 million in seized cash. So you can just imagine how much wasn't seized. Like I said, this is a $20 million operation.
I pray something shake for my nigga hit 6. Free YD, YA, and Tiny Mad Minutes. Black bone, stay strong, you almost home. I'm in the stew, going hard, some niggas can't get on. On probation, but a nigga still toting heat. Cause Lord knows shit is wicked in these LA streets. My nigga West Boy running up a bag. Stay on your grind, third, don't let nothing get you off your path. I hold this cheat shit down like an anchor. You wonder why? Cause I'm from 83Gangsta. I'm from 83Gangsta. 3 times, it's for 83Gangsta.
Now, in this whole situation, with all these pills moving, we talking about shipments that would have 1,500 to 3,500 pills in it every shipment. Every other day, 2,000 to 3,000 pills moving. Sometimes in one day, they was talking about 9,000 pills moving. We talking about $180,000 being made in 1 to 2 days off these moves, bringing in pills from LAX all the way up to Spokane, Washington. Like I said, Schoolboy had a bright idea coming out the feds from that robbery case. He's also dealing with guns as well. They recovered a grip of guns in this whole situation for no reason, honestly. It didn't seem like they was beefing with anybody other than what they had going on in LA. You know, none of that shit is even mentioned in this whole situation. These dudes are just trying to get some chili out here. So the guns, you know, I can understand you feeding the streets, but all them guns that was recovered involved the ATF into this case as well. And like I said, Schoolboy was dealing with a lot of females that was doing these movements at this time. Like I said, Jessica Clinton, his baby mama, Sally Guthrie, Joisha Jefferson, Mercedes Reeves. These was all females he was smacking on. And he had his homegirl, Schoolgirl, who was said to be like a walk-on. Also kind of not a fully official member. She didn't get put on the A-Tray. But again, she was a walk-on. She was dealing with Lil Sidewinder at the time. So this is how they was having a whole bunch of females move around. Like I said, it's a whole group of nothing but female co-conspirators and runners that was doing all this work, man. And when you see, there was 4 people that took it to trial. You had Schoolboy, you had Dante Blackman, aka Paco, you had Brandon Chavez, who was a dope fiend, and you had Carlin Romeo Tones, G Stutter, who spent a lot of time with Ant Jefe. Now, G Stutter seemingly kept it solid, man. They had him in that room, and it seemed like he wasn't breaking, man. He didn't take the stand, and his interview was only 20 minutes compared to the hours and hours that they said Lil Sidewinder and Schoolgirl set up in that room for. Like I said, he spent a lot of time with Jefe, T-Crazy, and football, but he didn't point anybody out in no pictures. He didn't want to do that. And, you know, when they was trying to play with him over the prison time, he took it on the chin, said whatever it's going to be, he just hope it's 10 or less, and proceeded to shut his mouth. Those 4 dudes took it to trial. What we seen is most of them female drug runners took the stand. Sally Guthrie, who Schoolboy was smacking on, took the stand. She was in her feelings, talked about how he left her in the hotel for days on end. You know, she felt like she was done wrong, so she took the stand. Schoolboy baby mama took the stand, talking about all the money that he was bringing in without having a job. Brandon Chavez, who was on the case, who was fighting the case on trial with Schoolboy and G Stutter and Paco, also took the stand in his favor. Another confidential source, Raylyn Andrews, who participated in controlled buys with Flacco, Tony, and Loon. Man, she was a nasty CS. She made sure the folks stayed up to date with the target telephone numbers, make sure they was tapping the right numbers. She took the stand. And like we spoke on with that rat, Daniel Hunker, he also made controlled buys with D3 and Tiny Soda. So that testimony stand went crazy, man. But 2 people, man, that kind of hit home, that testified, told everything on everybody, including Ant Jefe, everybody at every level possible. Lil Sidewinder and Schoolgirl both took the stand and testified against their co-defendant.
So yeah, I think this was like a lot of people was mad about where names and stuff got mixed up, but I didn't see their name mixed up or mentioned, but you know, I can understand, you feel me? So let's just round it off here and say this. It was a lot of snitches on this case. So let's just put this out there. The main snitches were Lil Sidewinder, Gilbert Madison, Schoolgirl, and/or Sharita Loke, which was not a walk-on, you know what I'm saying? It was nothing to baby Schoolboy. She was the homegirl from the set. She was from the set. She told. I didn't know Sally told, you know what I'm saying, Martha Stewart. You know what I'm saying? So Martha Stewart, you know what I'm saying, that's Sally. You know, I don't know if they came to that part yet where they try to say that they seen me out there and I was serving in front of Flamin' Joe's and stuff like that. That was like a little Fortune 500 business. I was never out there serving in front of that. That lady wouldn't have even permitted that. But that, man, all my stupidness, I would have known not to be serving in front of no goddamn, you know what I'm saying, Fortune 500 company. That's just like suicide. Like, why would I do that? But furthermore, that's who told. Them other people that they told, them other people is who told too, you feel me? Shout out to the homegirls on the case, G1, G2, Sada. They kept it real, you know what I'm saying? The homegirl Scrap from 40s, she kept it real, you feel me? Some other people told. But I'm going to just sum it up with them as far as homegirls, as far as I remember that was on the case, you feel me? It was a few others too, Amber, you know what I'm saying? There was a few others too, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know who y'all is, but a lot of females did tell. But those did not tell, you know what I'm saying? And those other names that I spoke on, They did tell. And the homies took it to trial because, you know what I'm saying, I see that he tried to like kind of take a low bow and shot at the homies like, oh, I don't know why they took it to trial. All this evidence they had on them. They knew they was going down and stuff like that. Yeah, because some people couldn't get deals, and or the deals that they was offering, people wasn't willing to take them. And they couldn't believe that certain people was telling. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to see it for themselves. So they wanted to face them on the stand. Let me see if you're going to get on the stand and face me in my eye and tell on me. So some people going to go do it like that to where other people going to take deals and get out the way. Like, man, I ain't got to see it. I believe it. And some people just want to see if they going to scare you not to do it. And he happened to get on the stand and crucify people. So that's the situation what happened. The only reason why I took my deal is because when I went to my Frank's motion, the wiretaps, which the DA agent got on the stand and testified that he illegally tapped 6 phones. He only had an arrest warrant to tap 1 phone. He should have had 7 arrest warrants for every phone he had tapped. It was 7 phones in total. Should have been 7 arrest warrants. It was only 1. Off that 1 arrest warrant, he tapped every other phone to gather his intelligence. Based on law, off the back, that should have been thrown out. But the phone calls was their whole case. So that's when I started to understand who the feds was and understanding things on a federal level. This is not the state. These people playing a different ball game. They making the rules up as they go. And the judge that's sitting on that panel is the closest thing to God on this earth. He cannot be touched. He can break the law. He can go against the law, and you can't even file a suit, a lawsuit, civil suit, or nothing on this dude. The only thing that can get him in trouble and or disband him is a panel of his own. And they not about to do that. They not about to do that. So once I seen that the DEA agent was on the stand and he admitted that he illegally tapped them phone calls, and they asked them people to throw them phone calls out, and the judge said, look, it's over 1 million phone calls. I'm not about to go through all these phone calls. I don't care what they did illegal. Y'all take it up on y'all appeals, and I don't care who y'all call. Y'all can call the ACLU, the Attorney General, whoever y'all want to call. Once I seen he was talking like that, I said, oh, yeah, it's the real deal, Kangaroo Court. Then once I furthermore did my research and heard that Johnny Cochran said that Washington courts were kangaroo courts, what the hell else I'm going to do? I got out the way. I took the 10. But before they even offered me that 10, being that they didn't have no evidence on me, the evidence they had that was small and minute, they offered me 6 years. I turned that 6 years down and told them holler at me later because y'all going to have to come under that if y'all expected me to take a deal. I thought they was going to go down. They went up to 10 years and they bluffed me. And my attorney told me that I should take it to trial with the rest of the homies. He told me that if I took it to trial, even if I lost, that I was the bare minimum they was going to have to give me was under 10 years. But I told him, bro, that don't even sound right. How they going to give me under 10 years if I lose in trial? And they offering me 10 years. And I should have took his advice because everybody that went to trial and lost got under 10 years but schoolboy. And I would have got under 10 years and furthermore could have proved in trial that I wasn't a part of no 83Gangsta indictment, nor have I ever even got anything from Lil Side. But let's get back into this content.
Love my niggas like a blessing, everyone that bled. I just took a 10-piece, made it out the fed. Blue flag, red beam, they wanna kill me dead. Took the racks up out my pocket, placed it by my head. Love my niggas like a blessing, everyone that bled. I just took a 10-piece, made it out the fed. Stepping dirty through the city, I pray by the bed. Soldier rack like Magnolia, it's an honor pledge. Champagne on the Sprinter, it's my kind of med. Tryna add these zeros up, make these commas red. Got a temper pretty fatal.
Now they both had multi-hour interviews. Again, they was also seeing each other on the streets. So they seemingly colluded and said, you know what? I'ma just separate myself. Sidewinder said he felt like it was right to take the stand because he didn't like what this situation with this operation was doing to the homies. He didn't like the greed, the division. He felt like it was only right to bring his homies down. That's an excuse if you ask me, because his ass got out in 2018. A schoolgirl told so much she was out in 2016. And now we see them both living together out of state. Mind you, after everything, the shit hit the fan. February 28th, 2013, all doors was kicked in. You had multiple people that went to jail in Washington and multiple people that had went to jail in LA. They was kicking doors from Hawthorne all the way up to Glendale and had Moreno Valley and San Bernardino on the list as well. After all the tactics used, they was also using GPS trackers on people's vehicles. Everything blew up February 28, 2013, where the feds said they had 36 discs of evidence, not even counting the people that took the stand, but they of course also had at least 9 confidential informants as well as the CIs in LA. They were scanning people's social medias. Man, they got some of the phone numbers that they use in the wiretap from Facebook talking about, hey, tap in with me, and people putting their number on there. The key thing with the feds, man, as we see, they make sure they have everything tied up, all I's dotted, T's crossed before they bring your ass in so you can't move. I don't know what these niggas really took it to trial for. The only person that seemingly was successful in a way in trial was G Stutter. Again, G Stutter was with Ant Jefe multiple times. He was there when Samantha Madsen had the wire, when they hopped in a black Navigator and did the deal. He was also there at a spot called Flamin' Joe's, which was a big meetup spot for them in Washington. The people watched Ant Jefe serving outside of that spot and taking phone calls as well as conducting business with G Stutter there. So G Stutter was somebody that was really rocking with Ant Jefe, and they was on the same charge together, which was count 27, distribution of oxycodone hydrochloride. Now at this time of the trial, Ant Jefe had already took his deal. We're gonna touch on that, but G Stutter's lawyer was pretty much saying, hey, y'all watch Ant Jefe do everything. G Stutter didn't do that on count 27. And this is a rare occurrence. We seen a not guilty from the jury for G Stutter, even though he was convicted and found guilty of count 2, conspiracy to distribute oxycodone hydrochloride. But everybody else, I don't know why they took it to trial. It was an embarrassment, and it was nothing but an opportunity for everybody and their mama to get up there and testify and make them look stupid. And that's what everybody did. All the females and some of their homies went up there telling. Now, Ant Jefe, on July 17, 2014, submitted his plea of guilty. He was smart in seeing all the evidence against him, the confidential informants buying off him, the wiretaps. Like I said, even though they labeled him a mid-level distributor, they treated him as somebody that was higher up because of the communication he was having with them people up top. And when he was arrested, he tried to get out. They wasn't having it. They denied his motion for release because they were saying that he had no place to go for real. They didn't trust the addresses he had set up. But he was found guilty of count 27, the conspiracy to distribute a mixture of substance containing a detectable amount of oxycodone hydrochloride. And they found it fit to give Young Ant Jefe 120 months, 10 years. But he did a little bit less than that. He did 7 and 3 on supervised release and got out in 2021. But what y'all been wanting, it was no snitch paperwork on Ant Jefe, man. They said he was the good people's, and he is. A lot of other people went bad on this case. He stayed solid, and he did what he...
Okay. So now I see right there where some people was mad at. Didn't know, no. Didn't know, no. All the women did not tell. Sada G, G1, G2, Scrap from 40s. Diamond. Nah, yeah, we ain't gonna do that. Amber. Yeah, we ain't gonna do that. Nah, them women kept it solid. They kept it solid for sure. They definitely held it high for sure. We ain't gonna do that. Yeah, they definitely kept their mouth shut. Now, everything else may have told, so we gonna clear that up right there. But yeah, as y'all see, yeah, I wasn't no mid-level nothing. I was on my own thing. I was doing my own thing, but based on the communication and my name being in people's mouths and them having them phone taps and them people juggling my name, that got me in trouble. Them juggling my name got me in trouble. Based on who I was, got me in trouble. And based on that situation, was saying Nicholas DeCaro, and based on what I seen with the judge was on, of course I got out the way. But if I can redo that again, I would have been right there at trial with Schoolboy, with G Stutters, with Paco, and the rest of them, for sure. Let's get back to the content.
Dude, he's out making legal money, doing his shit. y'all make sure y'all go follow, like, comment, subscribe on Ant Jefe page. Somebody who took this shit on the chin.
What's the good old deal? It's your boy Young Ant Jefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead, like, and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you mail.
Like I said, this dude was 22, 23. This the last thing niggas is really thinking about. This kind of operation at 22, 23. Even if niggas is out in the streets, the last thing you thinking about is the DEA, the ATF, the feds, the marshals. You know what I'm saying? He jumped into some shit. And I think some of the people didn't fully have his best interest. A lot of people was out there looking for self. And even with that being the case and the fact, he still stayed solid, didn't take the stand, took a deal, got out the way, did his time, and we see him doing this shit now. But what we did see, he was trying to get out early in 2020, man. He wrote a letter talking about COVID. They wasn't having it, man. He only had a year left. Judge still wasn't having it. They made him write the whole shit out. But when he did get out, there was a mishap. I'm gonna keep it 100, and he cut off his ankle monitor in the halfway house. They was about to sit him back down for failing a drug test. He went on the run, man. You know, some crazy shit. Hey, after doing 7, he like, fuck. But he cut the ankle monitor off. They gaffled his ass back up, man, but he's still here today. You know, not really, you know, we ain't heard him speak on the story too much. That's why I'm glad we had the opportunity to do it. I seen Street TV started to touch on it a little bit, you know, but I get it. Some shit may be.
Yeah, I can't speak on my shit because it looked like you beat me to the punch. You know what I'm saying? So I can't speak on my shit. You already did it for me, huh? But furthermore, to get in what he said, yeah, you know, when I first went down, you know what I'm saying, I was trying to get out on bail. You know what I'm saying? They had accepted the bail, and then the address I had gave them, that was basically like the address wasn't fit for whatever reason. They didn't even really have no real reason why the address wasn't fit. Second, you know what I'm saying, yeah, when I was down to that last 2, that COVID hitting them jails, shit, they was letting people out. That's how Big Meat's brother, Southwest T, got out, shit. I said, they letting the drug lord get out, shit. I'm on a drug lord case, shit. Let me out. So I shot my shot. You know, my shot got denied. They didn't let me out or nothing like that. They like, look, bro, you in there, ride the rest of it out. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna die. You know what I'm saying? What else? Oh, yeah. So furthermore, you know, I got out. I was in the halfway house or whatever. So I did 9 months in the halfway house. My last 2 months of the halfway house, I was sent to home confinement. So I was sent to home confinement. I used to have to come in every month to piss. I come in, piss 1 week, you know what I'm saying? My piss good. I come back in the next day, they trying to tell me that piss was dirty. So I'm telling them, like, look, I'm not even doing no drugs. I'm not even playing with y'all. Look, I got 30 days to get off this ankle bracelet. Why would I smoke? And I can smoke in 30 days when I get off of it. And I just pissed yesterday. I'm like, that piss got to be wrong. So I'm like, man, let me piss right here again. They wasn't trying to hear it. They basically told me that I was about to get sent to Santa Ana and see the judge, and I could take it up with them. So since they wasn't trying to hear me and I felt like they played with me, you know what I did? I snatched that ankle monitor off right there in front of their face and left it right there in that lobby and walked about that motherfucker. And I went to a weed dispensary and got me some weed and got high for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? I was on the run for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? On my way coming back from Vegas, I hit them for some big racks and stacks in Vegas. I think the people in Vegas put them on me. All of a sudden, Highway Patrol pulled me over, pulled me and the bro over, you know what I'm saying? They got all their credentials, you know what I'm saying? License, everything, A1 passport, everything. They looking over at the passenger seat, talking about, can they talk to me? I'm telling them, I said, look, it's against the law. This man got everything. This is a traffic stop, right? He like, yeah. I said, man, what y'all need to talk to me for, man? The man got everything. I go back and forth with the police, long story short. Man, I got tired of playing with him. We was going to be right here all day, or I was going to tell the homie to pull off. I didn't want to furthermore put him in my BS, so you know what I did? I was a man about it, you know what I'm saying? I exited the car. I let him take me in. You know what that did? That worked in my favor, because you know what? I had a whole new case. And when I went up there and I hollered at the judge, you know what that judge did for me? She threw that whole case out, and they was mad. They supposed to release me. But they held me 9 months before they released me. But, you know, we going to, you know what I'm saying, get into the rest of this content, and we going to conclude it there, you know what I'm saying?
It may not be, you know, motherfuckers may not want that out there, but this is what it is. Like I said, it's no problem when we show bad paperwork. But like I said, Ant Jefe paperwork, good paperwork. But some of these dudes on here did have bad paperwork. It is what it is. Every hood is susceptible to that. But y'all also make sure y'all go support D3. Man, he was sentenced to 80 months on this case. We see him out doing this thing still with the members and rapping as well as Ant Jefe. And y'all go support Tiny Menace. They gave him 156 months. He's also outside again. We seen him at Second Call with Skip Townsend doing his thing, giving back to the community, man. Y'all make sure y'all support everybody that stays solid on this case and that's back outside representing their hood. But some people with some powerful names that also went down on this case. Like I said, we had Tiny Sodi. He's resting in peace right now. I believe he died in prison in 2018, man. Tiny Sodi didn't make it out. He was sentenced to 25 years in this case. And we already know Lil Sodi also resting in peace, man. But this case sent a lot of people up the river, man. A lot of people face some really hard time in this situation. And it's just an eye-opener to people who may be thinking about this game, man, especially the drug game, the fed game, man. They're handing football numbers. They're not lying. Even the runners for getting caught doing some shit one time, 36 months, 100 months, 120 months, 62 people on this case, man. But like I said, them people that was telling, of course they got out. Lil Sidewinder, he snitched. Again, he got out in 2018. Like we said, Schoolgirl also snitched, got out in 2016. Big Rowdy just got out in 2022. Kevin Miles, the smart dude, got out in 2022. Tiny Football comes home next year, 2026. Nicole Moore, who was running her program, her cousin was J-Lo. She just got out 2024. And when I say out, I mean completely released.
Okay, furthermore, you know what I'm saying, we're going to wrap this content up here, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, all that's doing is just, you know, basically exposing when people got out, you know what I'm saying, when they gonna get out, how much time they took and stuff like that, you know. If y'all into that, you know, y'all can furthermore go look up Rap News and catch that content. Overall, you know what I'm saying, salute to everybody that kept it solid, you feel me. Salute to all my bros that kept it solid, you feel me. To y'all that did blasphemy, y'all already know, you feel me. If the streets don't judge you, you feel me, God gonna catch up with you one day, you feel me. It's all good, you feel me. But I'm gonna go ahead and conclude this there. It's your boy, Young Ant Jefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead, like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm gonna bring you mail.
The cops took my brother and the cancer took my daddy. That's a big empty space, but I'm still smiling happy. I'm evading poverty. A couple times it could've trapped me. $500,000 in the duffel till my little brother's match. The cops took my brother and the cancer took my daddy.
You up, that's the only time a nigga love you, boy. These niggas don't love you for real. For real, niggas don't love you, boy. They gonna play that role cause you up. Niggas ain't your brothers for real, man. Fuck all that shit. Niggas be faking and snaked out around this bitch, nigga. And I peep all that shit. When you up.